everyone, thanks for joining me in our crafty collab from Call Me Crafty Owl's SheetLoad collaboration hop. I hope you'll join me and all the other hoppers today, and let's go ahead and get started. And here's a still photo of the two cards that I did using the SheetLoad. And these are the SheetLoad, the downloads that you get and you can print. And it shows you all the dimensions that you might need. And this particular SheetLoad will yield 9 cards. But I'm going to just make 2 cards using the single sheet directions or single card directions. So very cool. So, and then there are of course alternative ways to use the sketches too. And I am trying to use up my collected pattern papers here. So I'm just going to grab a few papers that I feel like kind of, go nicely and almost kind of go with Crafty Owl sample there. But, of course I'm going to change it up a bit, and you'll see me make some mistakes along the way, and that's how it goes, right? So as I'm picking out my papers and getting them cut up, I'd like to thank you again for joining with us. And this is a SheetLoad of Cards by Call Me Crafty Owl and Kendra's Card Challenges, Challenge 13 and Call Me Crafty Owl's January Challenge. And we encourage you to download these free sketches to create your cards, because you can sure collect yourself a whole lot of cards doing this. We are having a giveaway, and to enter a free digital download from Kendra, you'll have to fill out the giveaway form by January 31st. And then we'll have a playlist linked down below. Let's see here. I think I've said everything I need to say, so let's move on with making the cards here. So I'm going to use these blue sheets here as my background, and you'll see I do have this sped up because I'm pretty slow, but I'm going to cut these to the required measurements. And these are some of these pattern papers I wouldn't think to use otherwise. It's just kind of something new for me. I collect them, but I never seem to use them. So I'm again following the dimensions. So this one I want to say is at 1.5, and then I don't know, 1.5 by 1.5, and then the others are 1.5 by 2 3/4, I think. So I'm cutting 4 of these because I'm doing 2 cards. Yep, 1.5 by 2 3/4. And somehow in here I get my measurement wrong, and I'm not sure where. And it happens to the best of us. But easily corrected, especially when you have a whole lot of a SheetLoad of pattern papers. And especially a lot of times I will adapt this particular Crafty Owl's projects to my 6x6 papers, because that's what I have the most of, and I really need to smash those. So now I'm cutting down the matte layers. So I'm going to do one in this blue color, and then I'll do one in that sort of rusty orange color. And then I'm just cutting the strip that's supposed to go across. And what I do is I measure it from the left side, so I could trim it down to where it hits one of those little demarcations on the chopper, and that way I know I'm getting my 1/2 inch. Make sure I get my measurement right here. Now I can't remember which part I measure incorrectly, but we'll see. And then I'm going to use circles, obviously, but I'm going to use modified circles. So see, that's the one I didn't cut correctly, so I have to cut another one. I cut it too short. There we go. Something's wrong. Yep. I'll get this. You'll see. This is why nobody pays me to pay attention. There we go. Now we're golden. I'm just going to kind of lay these out the way they're supposed to go. So they're going to go opposite corners. This is such a cute and versatile layout. And I noticed that I cut that one wrong. I cut it too short. I cut it at 2 1/4 and it's supposed to be 2 3/4. Let's get those cut properly. There we go. Now we're golden. I think I have everything cut correctly now. I have to cut another square because, yeah, this is me. Goofing up all around every corner. No worries though, I will use every bit of those scraps. All right, so now I've got everything correctly cut out here. I'm just going to sort of lay them down the way they're supposed to be, and then I'll go ahead and put them together. Okay, so, yep, I still didn't cut something correctly. Oh, well, I figure I leave in my mistakes here for you so that, you know, you don't feel alone if you make those kind of mistakes too. Okay, so that one's the way it's supposed to go. I have everybody the way they're supposed to be, get everybody else out of my way, and then start to put these together. And I'll start by laying my matte layer down on top of my other matte layer. So these are two, this is basically a dual matte layer, because that other piece is 5 1/4 by 4. And then what I like to do is lay the long ones right next to each other and get them straight the way I need them, you know, to make sure that I have the equal amount of space going around the sides. And then I'll take a little piece of mint tape or something and just kind of hold the other one in place, and then glue this one butt up next to it. And then I know that my placement is going to be correct the rest of the way. It's just getting that one down. After that, the rest are easy. So I really enjoy doing Crafty Owl's, Alicia's sheet loads because, again, like this sheet load would get me 9 cards. I don't even, if I wanted to do them for Valentine's Day, I don't even have 9 people I'd send a Valentine to, but you never have enough thank you cards or happy birthday cards. So always you can make those. And then you can also do, you know, do a few sympathy cards, do some congratulations, and just kind of generic all around note, just a note type cards, just to send to your friends as a pleasant surprise. Okay, I've got those trimmed down to the right length, and I'm going to go ahead and just lay them down. There we go. And then we'll do this second one. And I'm testing it against the other backside, but I didn't care for it because it had kind of a dark color, and I'm feeling, you know, I'm feeling sunshiny and bright these days. We'll see how it goes as we get into February, but always usually the first part of January I feel pretty happy. Okay, see, now I have miscut something again. So let's go ahead and cut this to the 1 1/2 by 2 3/4. There we go. That other piece I can use for the inside or wherever I want. Okay, let me go ahead and get my placement here. Just set a little block down on it so it doesn't move on me. And butt that guy against there, and then we'll get the other one on. And the rest is easy. So leave me a comment in the comments down below if you do the sheet loads. Now this is a collaboration right now between the Crafty Owls team, or with Crafty Owls team and the Kendra's Card Challenges team. Again, you can download the sheet loads for free on Crafty Owls channel. And then you can download the Kendra's Card Challenge for free. You will have to join Kendra's free version of Patreon to download the files. And she also has some higher levels with a lot of great extras, extra printouts. The VIP gets early access, so there are a lot of perks to joining. So I'm deciding on a card base here because I think I want to use a colored card base for one of them. I like to use colored card bases because, well, they're colored, and I have a name. Yeah. I think I like this blue. There we go. And I'll do one on white just because. We'll do one traditional and one not quite so traditional. But the white looks really good too. And I just want to trim my paper down because I can see it's crooked. There we go. Now you can pop these up if you want. I'm just going to glue it straight down. And I like to put my matted layers down onto my card base before I start adding my dimensional objects. Okay, there's one. Let's get the second one. And I would almost classify these as a clean and simple card. And kind of. All right, so now it's time for the sentiment or image. And what I have here is I have these two little flowery dies, and then I have this little thank you sentiment. And it's small enough. So I'm going to choose some papers for the, basically I'm doing a matte layer and then an upper layer. And I decided to go with all solids with those. So I think I'll do this one, those two colors. And let me find a couple of colors here for the other one. Let's see if there's anything in this booklet. No, I don't see anything that really strikes my fancy. You guys, I have so much solid cardstock, it's just not even funny. But none of these colors really go with the colors in my scheme there. So let's go back to this Harvest cardstock, and let's choose this light peach. And then, I don't know, let's see here. What else do I have? I don't have any more of that turquoise. I really love that turquoise. Let's see if there's anything in the cool colors here that I'll like. Nope, that blue clashes. Nope, don't see anything there. Let's see if there's anything in this one. And yeah, we'll do this sort of reddish orange. Let's make sure I don't want any glitter cardstock because you can use that too. I mean, sky's the limit with this stuff. But what I'll do is I'll cut all those out and then I'll mat one on top of the other. And then we'll move on to doing our sentiment. I'm grabbing here some vellum because I'm going to put vellum behind my sentiment. And what I'll do is I will cut sentiments. I'm going to cut those out of some metallic cardstock. And I think I'm going to select one of these Tim Holtz cardstocks. That color, I kind of like that color. It goes along with the whole color scheme. So I've got all my layers and matte layers cut out, and I did an extra layer of the smaller one just to bump it up a little bit. And what I'll be doing is I made 3 extra layers of the thank you in just some white cardstock, and those will get glued together. Now these two are going to get glued together just to pop it up just a tiny bit. And then what I've done here is I've taken those back layers and I've glued them to the back of the vellum. And that's it. That's the card, basically. I've got here some little embellishments that I'm going to add on. And from Trinity Stamps. And I'm never sure where I'm going to put these doggone things. I think I'm going to do one that's kind of oddball, and I'm going to do the other one where they're just kind of straight. Move them around here with this little stick, this little pick and stick. Yeah, I think I'll do one with it straight, just like that, and I'll do the other one wonky. And so I've got that, I'm able to pop that up without any glue or anything hassles with the vellum. And 2, and we'll go a third one down below. Okay, I'm happy with those placements. We'll go ahead and glue these down. And we can do some things with our scraps on the inside. And Alicia has on the sheet load instructions, she has a lot of great suggestions for using up your scraps. And then, of course, her and all her designers, if you watch their videos and follow along in this hop, you're going to get lots and lots of different ideas of things that you can do with this sheet load layout. All right, let's get those glued down. And they're kind of an orangey color too. Okay, we're going to do that one a little bit wonk. And I thank you guys for spending your time with me and watching my video, hitting those thumbs up, subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate all the support that I get from you guys, because without you guys to watch my videos, what would be the point, right? So I really do appreciate that. And so if you do like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And leave me a comment if you do sheet loads or not. See, I've got that little piece, and then I've got my little tail trimmer thingy. I don't know what you call it. I'm just going to trim a little fishtail into that, both ends of that little one piece, and then I'll cut it in half. It's just easier if the little fishtail pieces are longer. I'll glue that little fishtail piece just down onto that one square that I messed up. See, I told you I'd use it. And then that can get glued right to the inside of the card. You can do an inside sentiment or just write your own. There we go. There's our 2 cards. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.